All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Pretty crazy day today. We had 3 trades, 3 wins, a nice like literal bottom tick kind of win there. We had a small win right here, and then we had another win, which actually could have ran a lot more. But we ended up closing out because I didn't want to get greedy at this point. I was already super happy with those wins, so I didn't really care at that point. But if you guys are interested, guys, join the Discord. I give these calls all the time in the live comp. When we get more people to join, I'm just going to do some live trading and stuff like that, but I'm waiting for more people to join. But I do these every single day to tell you guys when I'm taking the trades, when I'm exiting. I post the replays in there, trade recaps, more in depth than you see on the videos, and then free analysis every single day, the pre-market analysis and all that stuff. But yeah, I talked about these trades in depth and what I was looking at before I took them. So if you guys want to join, I have the link in the pinned comment and all that stuff in the description. And I have these trades recorded. I think the recording on the last one might have screwed up, but I'll post all the proof and everything, and I'll show you guys the executions on the one right now, because the other two were on Top Step X, but then this one I think was on here. Let me see. Yeah, so you see this was the small win that we ended up taking, but the other ones are on Top Step X, so I'll have those and I'll show you guys them later. But I'm gonna run through this pretty quick because we have a lot to talk about. So after market open, I wanted to see lower prices before we had a reversal back up. So after market open, price ended up taking out sell side liquidity, and it ended up taking out the previous day low. And from there, I had marked out this old first presented fair value gap. Now, I've made videos talking about the first presented fair value gap, and this was a 5-minute one, so I wasn't too confident in it. But this was an old gap from Tuesday the 12th, so literally a week ago today. And I seen price tap into this, and I just wanted to take a gamble on this one, and I ended up just entering the trade. So ended up entering the trade literally off like a 30-second confirmation, and as soon as we got into deep profits, I just started trailing my stop, and the trailing stop ended up getting taken out somewhere in and around here, but I'll show that on the video. But yeah, so that was trade number one. Really had no order flow confirmation or anything like that, just based on how price dumped, filled in that first presented. I always see price react off those, so I ended up just entering the trade. And yeah, that was trade number one, so a little bit of a risky one. But yeah, from there, price ends up making an SMT off the lows. So as you can see, NQ made a lower low, ES made a higher low, and I was looking for kind of a shift in order flow at this point. So on the 4-minute chart, we scaled down. Price inverse, or I don't think it actually technically inversed, but what we did get was we pulled back into this 4-minute bullish fair value gap. So we had to push up, retrace. As you can see on this wick right here, we retraced into a 4-minute fair value gap. We have that SMT. We have all this bullish confluence here. So at this point, I was pretty much just looking for an entry. So I ended up entering off of this 1-minute bullish fair value gap somewhere in and around right here. I think it was on this candle. I might have just got back in on the pullback after we respected this 1-minute bullish fair value gap. Stops below the 4-minute inverse. And I wanted to target up to these highs and then continue to take profit up to the AM highs. But at this point right here, ES had already swept out higher time frame highs. Like, see how much higher it pushed above Asia and stuff like that. So at this point, I took majority of the position off right here, and I moved my stop loss to break even, and I figured if it was going to run, I would just leave a runner up to AM highs. But that ended up getting taken out, but we walked away with some profit there. Then third and final trade, I didn't really expect to take this one, but I just seen it and it looked too obvious to me. On the 15, price was respecting this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. It had poked in and it was reacting down. Then going to the 5-minute, we had this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. Price closed below it and then retraced back into it. So we had a shift in order flow. We disrespected bullish order flow. We were respecting a bearish continuation confluence, and I wanted to see price dump lower. At this point, these were the AM lows right here. So I wanted to see price go down to there. And then I had also marked out these sell side draws down here, but I figured I just wanted to get in and out because this was, again, my third trade of the day. So at this point, we inversed the 5-minute gap. We were coming back in and retracing it, and I ended up just entering off of this 1-minute break right here. And then I just ended up taking one take profit, stops above the wick, one take profit at the AM lows, which gave us about 2.19 R. If I did run this down to all of these draws and liquidity, we would have hit literally over almost 4. So yeah, we would have hit about, like, I think we cut off there, but we would have hit about 4.4 R or so. But yeah, ended up hitting that one pretty good. So first trade again was based off this 5-minute first presented gap, kind of just a risky entry. trailed stop, and then the trailing stop ended up getting taken out. We walked through with a good profit there. Second, we had this SMT off the lows, 4-minute gap getting respected, 1-minute FVG. Tried to target these highs, but ES was already taking out highs at this point. So in correlation, when ES was taking out those highs, I just wanted to manage the position, so took off majority. Rest got stopped out break even. Third trade, we've seen that bearish order flow is being respected. 15 bearish fair value gap was getting respected. 5-minute inverse and then the retrace. 1-minute break of structure on this candle right here. And one take profit at the AM lows. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me, guys. Price is dumping since, so we could have actually caught a much bigger move, but that's all right. I can't be too greedy on that. So yeah, if you guys want invite to the Discord, just comment or join the. I have the link in the pinned comment, so just join through that. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for me, guys. Stay tuned for TikToks and stuff. I'll be dropping those videos later. So until the next one, I'll see you guys then. Peace.